Now pretend like I'm actually making a recording. Hey YouTube, it's Orcrist Dad. Guess what time it is? Yep, it's time to play some Clash Royale. So what I thought we would do today is just go through a quick tour of my deck. Let me see which deck is mine. I'll just use number one and we'll customize it. Um, so when putting a deck together, you can either, there's probably one of three ways that you can go. You can make a deck that's heavy offensive, or you can make a deck that's heavy defense, or you can try to make a deck that's as balanced as possible. Either any one of them will be good. Just depends on the cards that you go against. I like to have a balanced deck myself because if you play heavy offense, then it means you're going to have a lot of weaknesses. Like you'll have a lot of cards like um, the giant skeleton or the mega P.E.K.K.A. And the giant or the witch, maybe even the baby dragon, and you'll have great offensive capabilities, but your deck will be expensive. And then when somebody comes at you, you'll have lots of vulnerabilities. Like they'll play a spamming lots of minions and goblins, and you just won't be able to respond because it'll take you too long to save up elixir. On the other hand, if you go defense and you choose a lot of building, like you take the arrows, the bomb tower, the cannon, the X-bow, these kinds of things. The X-bow can be offense or defense, but the Tesla, oh, I hate the Tesla. Please don't ever use the Tesla, or the what's that called? Orcrist, huh? Oh, Inferno Tower. Thank you. Um, then it'll be really hard for somebody to get a crown on you. But the downside is you won't have any offensive firepower yourself, so you just have to sit back and wait and hope that you'll get a 0-0 draw, or maybe somehow you get a crown. So I like to go middle of the road. Offense and defense mix. So first of all, I never use the Mega P.E.K.K.A. and the Giant Skeleton together. So I think the Baby Dragon is a good complement to the Giant Skeleton. Although I have recently seen a lot of people use the Wizard with the Giant Skeleton. He just walks right along behind it, and he just cooks tail. So let's try that actually. He's a 5 elixir. That's kind of expensive. So we've got the minion horde, the knight, and the spear goblins. That's a good combo. And the archers. We got the goblin hut. That's a nice defense to use. You put it down in one corner, and it's just constantly harassing one side, and then it makes it really hard for somebody to do an offensive push on that side because they have to deal with a goblin every few seconds. And then the lightning spell is for your reach. So in case you're playing a real tight game, you just can't. Nobody seems to be crossing the river. At least you have something you can reach over in their side and you can hit them with, and they can't stop. So I think I like this deck. The cost is 4.4. You can see it right there underneath the wizard's face. That's kind of high. We'll see if that gets us to any trouble. So let's try a match. Right now I'm in Arena 5, which is what's that called? The Spell Valley. So we got something going here. We always say good luck, and I'll give them a growly face because they're like, what? You just said good luck. So I never like to react, so I almost always play too early. That might be my weakness. I'm going to let him get up there a bit, and then I'm going to play the wizard behind him. Now I don't like the witch being up there. Usually I will lightning her. Oh, he's playing the wizard too, so this is kind of crappy. That is not what I had hoped. So let's lightning them. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, yes, I can. I can get all three of them. Pachow, pachow, pachow. So that was good. Although that was really a net wash because my wizard's not going to get anything done. So I'll put the goblins in front. Hopefully they'll take some power. Oh man. Yeah. So that whole deal was a waste. He had a really good counter because he threw the wizard with the witch. And yes, as Orcrist just pointed out, I did take about 500 off of his arena tower, which is good. So this is what I was saying. You put the goblin hut down and see there's just a little stream of guys. Now he's put his giant down, so usually I respond on the opposite side when he does that because I'm going to plan on putting down my minions to harass the giant as soon as he gets to the river. And if he responds to my giant skeleton, then that means I'll usually be able to respond to his giant. Now the skeleton, really, secret, all I want him to do is get close enough to the tower to damage it. I don't really want him to do anything else, and he didn't. He just barely missed it. So this may be, oh, why did he do his fireball? That was a bad choice, guys. He fireballed my tower to try and get some health off of it, But he left my minions undefended, so they just cleaned house there. So now I got to decide if I should push on the right or the left. Orcrist, what do you think? Right or left?
Left.
Left side? That's probably safe. It's hard to push to the crown tower, and it leaves you vulnerable. And right now I'm over on my elixir. Oh, that was probably a bad choice. I'll put down the what's that guy called? The knight to take out the wizard. Face to face, he can handle him. And then this giant's going to get a couple hits on me, but he won't be able to take me out. There we go. Put down the minion horde because they should be able to clean up those left behinds. Oh, good. And my wizard survived. So there's the lady. This is what I like to do with her. I like to strike her with lightning whenever she's close to a building because that clears her out and, frankly, gives me a cheap shot. And he missed him again. I guess he was going for my wizard. Let's do a little giant skeleton action over here. That little crowd on the right side is not going to do too much. And let's back him with the wizard. And let's see. Oh, great. That was not what I wanted. So I'll put another goblin hut down just to harass that giant. Okay, so that building is gone. He just gave it up by not defending it. Because the giant skeleton is going to take 700 out of it. So it's going to, yeah, just barely did it. So we're doing pretty well here. Our deck is managing very well. This guy's level 7. That was it. Okay, guys, so let's give him a good game, even though he really didn't. Oh, I should smile. Golden chest. All right, I got plus 30 trophies. So silver pain. Felt some pain there from Orcrist's blade. By the way, you guys who don't know, Orcrist means goblin cleaver. Isn't that it? It means goblin cleaver. It's quite an appropriate name. So me and young Orcrist started off with Clash of Clans using that as our name, and it's stuck. It sounds kind of awesome. Anyway, so there you go, guys. That's a good example of a deck that I think is well balanced, and we did a battle with it. It was against the level 7 guys, so it wasn't a gimme. So hope you guys enjoyed that one, huh? Say it out loud. You might as well say it because I'm waiting for you to say it.
You might want to use this deck, so it's okay if you do.
Oh, yeah. I don't own a copyright on this deck, but if you do use it, you have to give me a shout out on your YouTube channel and at least 10 subscribers, or else I'll be coming after your butt in a court of law. Okay, everybody, subscribe if you like this one. Like the video. Orcrist has much more content coming. He's awesome. Orcrist mom is a hot babe. Talk to you later.